Dogs are a weird one, aren't they? One minute they're your best friend, next they hate you and they're trying to bite your leg off. I mean, I love dogs, they are the greatest pet in the world, but man, can they be annoying sometimes. Especially those that don't listen to you when you're trying to tell him something. Now I've had 3/4 dogs in my life, and I want to talk about them today, just so I can archive my memories of them. The first one was called Bruno, who was a pretty large dog, but unfortunately he died when I was just a few months old, so didn't really get to spend any time with him. However, I have learnt that Bruno was a stray originally on the streets, and that our family took him in to take care of him, and he was there with us for years. We have videos of him, and the day he died, my dad was sat there all night long with him, just so Bruno would have some company. It's really nice, isn't it? The next one was called BJ. I know. But it was short for Bruno Jr., you dirty-minded people. He was just a smaller version of Bruno until he grew up. Yet again, I didn't really remember him so much, but something I do remember about BJ are the stories that my granddad told me later on in life. Hey granddad, what happened to BJ? Well, he went and joined the Mountain Rescue Division and is saving people right now, Eric. Really? Wow. Yeah, I really believe that. But my granddad always told stories like that throughout his life, and as a young kid, you just believed them. Anyways, the next dog was one I actually remember, for once, and he was called Pippin. Now, Pippin was a King Charles Spaniel, and I absolutely adored him. I saw him at the dog's home, sat in between two other dogs, having his ears bitten by them, and he looks at me, and from that moment, I knew he was the dog for us. Mom, I want that one. Fine. Yay! He was very playful, playing with tennis balls a lot and lying next to us all the time. A couple of years later though, my aunt and uncle phoned up my mum to ask if they could have Pippin forever, as they had recently lost both their dogs, and they didn't have children and they always had dogs. And it was down to me, while sat in the car at primary school, whether to let them take Pippin. I said yes, and to be honest, I still regret it to this day. The final dog I have had in my short 21 years of life is the one I have the most memories about, luckily. He's called Google. Yes, like the search engine. However, I've always thought of it as Google. You know, the number 1 to the power of 100. He's still with us, fortunately, although he is getting on a bit. He is a lovely, big and muscular dog, and I have a lot of great memories about him. The one I always remember is when he lived with my brother back in the day. I was looking after him, and he was trying to climb all over me, and while doing that, he cut me all the way across my neck. Wonderful memories. Another thing you should know about him is that he's very protective and barks at everyone from the postman to random strangers to thin air. I would want to see a burglar try and break in and see what Google does to him. I absolutely love him, but he loves my dad a lot more. My dad is Google's everything. He waits for my dad all day while he's at work, and as soon as that door opens, Google goes absolutely nuts. And then me and Dad walk him round the streets every night. We love it. It's our time to talk to each other.